My name is Mark J. Platten. I am currently working for Colorado State University as the Extension Director for Teller County. I haven't actually done any traveling for Extension per se, but I have done a fair amount of traveling around the world for environmental studies, impact studies through Hungary, Sicily, and Turkey. And in those, the goal of those projects were to evaluate sites for large convention centers or resource centers for their viability as a site to do work on, to build these complexes on. So I do look for threatened endangered species, look to see what the various countries' environmental laws were, see if there was any water, soil, other issues that may cause an impact, or things as interesting as mosquitoes or venomous snakes or spiders or those kind of things that could impact the clients who might be staying at the resorts. Well, because my programming area is specifically in natural resources, certainly that's what I was doing, looking at other components around the world. So it's interesting to bring those back home. I think when you're interacting with people of different areas around the world, of different beliefs, of different faiths, of different certainly regime establishments. Certainly Hungary was a post-communist era country. So to understand the people, it was interesting. This was last February. We were in Hungary, and the people there were kind of sad and drawn down and inward looking. It's because they had these decades of strife that they went through. But interesting in that was that they were afraid. Our interpreter was afraid to come to the United States because her vision of the United States was that we were all packing guns here and shooting each other. So it was interesting because they don't carry guns in Hungary. So I think it's interesting to pull that back home and understand the United States through different set of eyes. I understand the cultures in a different way. I'm more inquisitive. I think my programming through Extension is broader because I'm looking for that kind of connection with people and understanding that just because they maybe weren't born on this continent or maybe are visiting this continent doesn't mean that they don't have great value to give to me as an educator. So it's a two-way learning street. Certainly we get as much, I learn as much from them, probably more so on these trips than what I impart on them. The other thing I didn't mention is I spent several weeks in India several years back on more of a spiritually guided endeavor, and it was really amazing to see these. What touched me the most, I actually went and spoke at a college for women because they segregate out by sex in their colleges, and they had no electricity, everything was candles, no heat source, no cooling source, but these young women were just eager to learn and to take in the knowledge. And then the younger kids of the people we were working with there, in their teenage years, they would talk about how they revered their teachers because their teachers were the people who had the knowledge. So it's kind of like, it reminds me of Extension in the old days where we were the people who had the knowledge, and the only place you could get the knowledge was from us. And so I think that's very tangible back in this environment as well. And I was just saying today that when we go into the call centers, like when we call into to have a repair for something and you get somebody from India, a lot of people are frustrated by that. Actually brings back a lot of pleasant, warm memories of my friends over there. So I think it just helps me become a better agent, all in all.